originally, when I knew I was going to stop racing, I wanted it to be quiet. There's no way. There was no way it wasn't quiet. So it just shows that, we got a lot of friends and family and fans, and there are some good race fans left. Yeah.
Emotional from the time you woke up this morning, I'm sure?
Not too bad. A little bit maybe later on, but I had a year to kind of prep for it. So I don't know. Just sometimes it's just you get to the point where you got to call it. And my body's just saying it's probably time. I'm not. I mean, you can feel it. When you got to go and really stand up in the seat and really get after it. I think I'm giving something up. That's all. I just don't think I am. Obviously nobody's what they were when they're 20, and I'll be 62 in the fall, so time to let the kids do it.
The new chassis, has that been a factor?
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of it. I don't like them. I never did. I never felt good in them.
They beat you up, too. They beat you up.
I mean, I've had a few concussions, so so that's a concern. Aches and pains, but, everybody's going to have those, but... that left side panhard deal, I don't think it's necessary. I just don't think it's necessary. I think we could all go back on right sides and not spend a bunch of money to do it, and I think it would calm everything down. And but whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
The win last week, how big was that?
That was big because I thought I was going to go out this year winless. So we got one more chance to win up to Albany, Saratoga here at the end of the month. So. No, that was good. It was nice little kind of send off, and it was good for the crew and everybody that helps me. So I was glad for everybody. Not all, obviously myself, but I was probably more so happy for everybody else.
Had a good car tonight, but there's just a lot of good cars here.
Well, I was telling somebody else, they're all exactly the same motors, same tires, same car. Everybody seems to do a good job. The key to all this stuff is you got to qualify. If you do not qualify well, it's the handwriting's on the wall. I mean, I'm not saying there isn't exceptions where somebody comes from the back, but it's rare.
We talked a year or so, or 2 years ago, about you possibly retiring.
Yep.
What kept you going another year or two?
Well, sponsorship. Right now, to be honest with you, I have the best sponsorship I ever had. Last few years. So that kept us going, and then everybody wants to do it. I mean, this is their fun. This is their Saturday night out. My circle of friends, are all racing people. So. That kept me going. Plus, my dad, he still wants to race. So, I mean, I can't say he's enthused with me, hanging the helmet up, but Montgomery's come along, so we'll be able to spend a little bit more time with him, maybe get him going a little bit better.
Will that spot in the parking area up front?
I don't know. I mean, they'll probably park me down in the pond now.
You've got to be proud of the fact of the way you've handled yourself, and
I mean,
over the years that this many people were.
Yeah, no, I was really impressed with the amount of people that wanted to stop by and wish me well. It's that old golden rule: you treat people how you want to be treated, right? And it's worked out. The good thing is I've been surrounded by a lot of good people and sponsorship and help and family. So I was telling somebody today I'm probably pretty lucky. Not everybody kind of gets that.
And your dad had cars before you, was it?
Oh, absolutely.
That you, when you first got into them, did to live up to the expectations of the drivers?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I never thought I'd ever win a feature anywhere, anytime. But slowly we worked at it and got it. But, again, I had really good crew guys, and my dad, with 20-some years already behind him before I started to drive. And I had, pretty good equipment to start with, so I was lucky. I stepped into a situation, Chuck Ely had stopped driving for us in 1981, and then I was the main driver in 1982. My sister had driven 320 small blocks here at Lebanon, and she had gotten married, so, I had all the attention, and the crew guys that we had, I inherited, and they'd been in it for, again, 20 years, so, I stepped into a perfect situation.
Sullivan there, he's been with you so many years.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a lot of other people.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I could name people that worked with us 20 years, went away 10 years, come back for another 5, and everybody was welcome. There's a high burnout rate. You can burn people up, and I didn't want to do that. I would always tell them, listen, your family's not worth racing, so go home and make sure you're still married and come on back when you can. The kids are growing up or whatever.
Is being a race car driver what you always wanted to do? Because
not necessarily, no. But I mean, it just turned out that way. I mean, I like working on cars. So I'd probably say I'd probably get more enjoyment out of working on cars than I did the driving part of it.
when it went to buy a car like it is now? That takes some of the enjoyment away?
Yeah, well, I think the golden era, like what I used to look forward to as a kid, coming, opening day, warm-up day, all the different body styles and the different creations, and now it's just, one car is red, one car is white, one car is blue, or whatever. I mean, it's, all of the characters gone.
And the engines too. You used to build your own engines.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's just everybody's got the same engine, same cars. So I don't. We're missing something there. I mean, they're safer than they ever were, which is a good thing. But I don't know. I kind of like the days years ago when people had their own ideas, and the cars had a little bit more character, personality, I guess you could say.
And what is Lebanon Valley meant to you? And
well,
what at Syracuse?
Yeah. No. I mean, Lebanon is it's home. We're like 11 miles from my house. All our friends are here. It's like, oh boy, I'm just trying to think. It's like. I mean, we never really thought much about it. I mean, it's just what you were going to do on a Saturday night, and never even questioned it. So it's been, the routine for. I can't ever remember not coming here on a Saturday night. Obviously when we were younger, but I started helping in the pits at 14 years old, and never stopped as far as that goes, and helped, when I could, and sat in the stands for years before I could go in the pit. So, yeah, I don't ever remember doing anything different.
What will you do on the Saturday night?
Well, we'll be right here with Montgomery, so nothing's going to change that way. Yeah.